Hello and welcome back. In this video we're going to be looking at chord inversions. Now let me show you what I mean by a chord inversion. So let's just have a look at the standard C chord. Here is the C chord. Now this is made up of 3 notes called a triad. The first note is the root, the next note is the third because it's the third note in the scale, and the next note is the 5th note in the scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 1st, 3rd and 5th. And all of the chords are made up of a 1st, 3rd and a 5th. F is a 1st, a 3rd and a 5th. G is a 1st, a 3rd and a 5th. D is a 1st, a 3rd and a 5th. A minor, 1st, a 3rd and a 5th. So the normal way of playing a chord is in its root position, which means playing it just as we've been learning. You can also play them out of order. So instead of playing the C at the bottom, the root, the 3rd and the 5th, I can play the 3rd and the 5th with the root at the top. So I can start on the 3rd and the 5th and then play the C at the top. Okay, this is what's called a first inversion. Instead of playing a C here, I'll play it here. And if I want to go into a second inversion, I have the 5th at the bottom and I play the 1st and the 3rd at the top. So I take the 1st and 3rd and I take them and put them up at the top here. So I have the 5th, the 1st and the 3rd. This is known as second inversion. So we have root, first inversion, second inversion, and then we go back to the root again. Now this can be done with any of the chords. Let's take A minor for example. A minor in its root position, or A minor in its first inversion, or A minor in its second inversion. F major in its root position, and its first inversion, and its second inversion. So what can we use these inversions for? Well, they actually make chord progressions smoother and easier to play. For example, if we have a chord progression that is C, F, G, C. We've got quite a lot of movement here. C, F, G and C. Another way to play this would be to play it C, F in its second inversion. If you remember, F would be there, first inversion and second inversion. So now we're playing from C to F, and we're keeping the C where it is and moving just these 2 notes. C root, F second inversion. To move from F second inversion to G second inversion, we just move everything up a note. So we could go C, F, G, and then to move back to C, we could either play that, or we could play C in its first inversion, like that. So we could play C, F, G, C. So each time we're keeping certain common notes and we're moving other notes. So instead of having, you must admit that this sounds a lot smoother. So with those chord progressions, with a little bit of practice of each of the inversions, once you have before you the chords laid out to your favourite song, you can take any chord sequence and work out the easiest way to go through that chord sequence without having too much hand movement, playing from one inversion to another. Let's take another one at random, for example. Let's say D, E, A. So the D and the E I'm playing in first inversion, but the A I'm playing in second inversion, because all it needs is move these two up one note. So with a bit of practice, as I say, you'll be able to work out exactly what inversion to play where. There's no strict rules as to what inversion to play. This is just a matter of choice, whatever makes it smooth and whatever sounds smoothest to you. In the next video, we'll have a look at some rhythms we can play and different bass lines we can play. And then in the video after that, we'll be looking at how to get the chords to your favourite songs.